Okay, so we've all seen the YouTube videos where semi-famous people show us how to do things that everyone already knows how to do, like make tuna melt, for example, in a microwave of all places, and how to thaw out meat. Yeah, this girl from That 70s Show actually has a YouTube video on how to thaw out meat in a bowl of cold water. Who would have thought? So I'm going to show you something that everyone probably already knows how to do, but is far more useful than tuna melts and thawing out meat, and that is opening a bottle of wine. So first of all, what you're going to need is a bottle of wine. Next, what you're going to need is a bottle opener. Now, like any fan of Martha Stewart knows, you're supposed to use one of these little sort of lever style. Not sure the actual name for it, but it's more of a cork pull than it is a corkscrew. You don't want the kind with the wings and all that because it always breaks the cork. What you're gonna want is one of these, okay? And you can buy this in almost any reputable liquor store. I got this one at the Market View Liquors. That's down on Jefferson Road in Henrietta. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open it up, and I'm going to pull out the little knife thingy here. I'm sure there's a technical name for it, but who cares as long as it gets the foil off the top of your wine bottle. So I'm going to stab that foil and give it a little pull. And see, it's going to make like a little tab. Can you see that? Like that's like a little tab right there. Okay, and then I'm going to pull on that little tab until the top of the wine bottle is clear of the foil. There we go. And the cork is exposed. Next, I'm going to pull out the screw part of the corkscrew, and I'm going to find the very end of it. You want to start with the very end of it. You can't start in the middle. It's not sharp enough. You have to start with the end of it. And what you're going to do is you're going to put that as close as you can to the center of the cork. That's why they call it a cork screw. And I'm going to push down on that and slightly towards how the cork is screwing, the direction of the cork spiral. And now what I'm doing is I'm just sort of twisting. You can see this twisting motion, and as I twist, the screw goes further and further into the cork, so it's got a nice good grip on the cork in the bottle of wine. Next, what I'm going to do, so there's two size levers here. You can see there's a short one and there's a tall one. Okay, you can see how I push that little short one out. And here's how I remember which one you use first. When you're a kid and you're just learning to appreciate wine, you gotta be small before you can be tall. So we'll start with the short end of it, and we're gonna pull it towards the bottle, and you might need to adjust where the screw is such that, yes, see, such that the edge of that short pull, right, see how it's overlapping? I'll pull that closer. It's overlapping on the edge of the bottle. And then I'm going to hold it in place, and I'm going to pull up on the cork. Now see how easily that moves? I wish I could show you again, but there's no rewind. So you're going to have to rewind if you want to see that again. Then, since I've already been small, I'm going to be tall, and I'm going to take the tall end. See that now? There's another grip that sits on the edge of the bottle, and once again I'm going to hold that still, and I'm going to pull up until the cork comes out. Now your wine is open and ready to enjoy. You're going to want to let it breathe maybe a second or two while you take the cork out of the corkscrew by screwing it backwards in the opposite direction that you're used to open the wine. Then, because the side of it is soft, it's soft cork, you can actually jam it back into the bottle if you need to store it. But whoever has leftover wine, right? So, thank you for joining me in my How to Open a Bottle of Wine. And if you come back in an hour and a half or so, I'm going to show you something else everyone knows how to do, and that's take a nap. Bye-bye. See you next time.